This is my now 21-year-old Vauxhall Corsa C that I bought for £400 3 months ago. And we're turning it into a track car. So what makes a track car a track car? Well, I did a bit of research and it's a car that has been either designed or modified in a way for track-only use. So that's safe to say the Corsa is not quite there yet. But that doesn't mean all the work that we've done over the last couple of months has been absolutely pointless. Like how when I first got the car, I gave it a service which helped the engine just run a bit smoother in general. And then after that, I got some new angel eye headlights just so that it could pass an MOT. This is what the lights look like. Much cooler. And then you guys requested that we strip the entire interior out of the car, and that was such a fun job. Just the dash and the center console remain. And then you guys wanted to see a new exhaust on the car, but I didn't go for an exhaust, instead a new exhaust manifold.
Old one, new one.
Oh, and here's a little startup with no manifold on. Start it. Jesus Christ! And now with the Force 1 header on. And last time out, you guys wanted to see a bucket seat, but I only put the bucket seat subframe and bracket in instead. But as this series is controlled by your guys' comments, the next thing we said to do was obviously a bucket seat, and I've got the brackets and the base plate in there. And in my 3 series over here, we have a humongous box, which has come all the way from Poland. I think Poland. And this is our bucket seat. Right, it's time to come out. Oh dear, how do I get this in? Oh, there it goes, kind of. I think we've got it. One OMP HTER bucket seat in this box. I say we get it out and we get it in the car. I can't wait, let's do this. So let me just put into perspective this bucket seat then for you. I told you at the start of the video that I bought the Corsa for £400, which I did. I can show you proof if you want. This bucket seat alone, £513. How does this cost more than a car? I do not know, but it's here. I feel sick in my stomach saying how much I paid for it, but let's get it out and get it in the car. I can't wait, can't wait. I've been so excited for this. Now the problem is I don't actually know where to start. Like there's so much tape on this thing. I don't want to cut the wrong thing and cut the seat, you know. Oh, I saw it. Oh my gosh, there it is. It's just there. This looks so good. This looks so good. Oh my God, it's there. There it is. There it is. There it is. Right, we need to get the top off now. Oh no, it just comes up to here. Oh my Lord. Oh my word. What have I bought? What have I bought? What? Oh my God. Here it is, people. Here is our new bucket seat for the car. This is gonna be, oh my God. Hello, you. Now we need to get this out of the bubble wrap that it's sitting in right now. Or should we get out of the box first? Let's get it out of the box first. There we go. She is out of the box, covered in bubble wrap. Oh. I hope you guys are I hope you are as excited as I am, because this is just massive. All right then, let's get this bubble wrap off, I suppose. Here we go then. Let's pull this thing up. Okay, we can now pretty much see the seat. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but if I come a bit closer, you can just make out some details of it. Okay, so before I get that fully out, I'm just gonna go get the bracket and the subframe, because I've read that apparently if you get this on the bracket and subframe first, or get both brackets on it, you can line it up in the car to begin with as one big piece and then bolt it in. So let's quickly get those other bits. All right, we've taken this outside, and what we're gonna do now is fully reveal the bucket seat. I can't wait any longer. Here it is. Oh my Lord. Look at that. What am I in now? What have I got into? That looks incredible. Okay, so we're going to tilt this on its back and get the 2 brackets on the sides. Once they're on, I reckon we'll look to attach it to the base plate after. So to attach the brackets onto the bucket seat, I used some M8x25 cap heads with some washers, and then I used a hole on the back of the bracket and a slot on the front to line up where I wanted the bucket seat to be. There, brackets attached. I would sit on it, but I got a wet bum, and I don't want to make this dirty since I just literally got it. But we're going to go do a test fit in the car now, and yeah, we'll get it in the area where I want it. But this we're putting the pieces together. So to line up where I wanted the bucket seat to be, I just put it on the base plate, sat in it, kind of moved it around until I felt comfortable, but I found out that it was a bit too high, so I have to drop it down on the brackets. Okay, so we're on the phone over here. Hello. I've decided I'm gonna drop the bucket seat down on the brackets. It's a bit too high, so we're gonna do that quickly. So I tried to drop the bucket seat on the brackets, but I wasn't able to, and we'll get onto that a little bit later. But instead I tried to line up the brackets with the base plate, and they wouldn't line up because the seat just wasn't over the top of the slots. Okay, so I've encountered an issue. All of these slots that sit along the bottom of the bracket and the base plate are not lining up with where I want the seat to be. So I'm gonna have to drill through this base plate to create a hole that I can then obviously clamp these brackets onto. Now see, that wouldn't be a problem normally. It's my job. I'm a machinist, so I'm used to doing things like that. I don't have the tools on me. I don't have a drill. I don't have like an actual drill, but a hand drill. So I can't do that at the moment. And as it's gone dark, I either go home and get it and come back, or I do it another day. And I think I'm going to do it another day because I've actually got another idea of something I want to do tonight, and that's take off the steering wheel. So I think I'm going to put this to the side for now. I'm going to get that steering wheel off. The reason why is I need to measure the spline size so I can order the right adapter, so that I can obviously fit the steering wheel when that comes in a couple of days. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I did watch videos and they did say you're probably going to have to do that, so I kind of expected it, kind of didn't. It's just annoying that I'm gonna have to drill through the base plate, which is a bit extra work, but I can do it. It is nothing that I've not done before. So like I said, in the meantime, let's get the steering wheel off. There's that little sort of bolt thing there on the back. I think it is a bolt. Same on the other side. If you get both of them undone, the airbag comes off, and then there's one huge bolt that goes right into the steering column, which take off, the steering wheel should come off with it. So let's go and do that. So there's always a first for everything. And I've just taken this airbag out for the first time, which is quite rusty behind, but we now need to disconnect. I'm holding the phone and the light with one hand, but there is an electrical connector on the back of here, just there. That one we now need to disconnect, and then it's that Torx there. I imagine that's like a 45 maybe to undo. This whole steering wheel will come off. So let's get this off. There we go, airbag removed. It was literally just held on those pins just there, so it just pulled out. Now let's get that big bolt out. So it's now another day, and the other night I did actually get the steering wheel off, and I managed to measure the spline size. So once we got the airbag off, and it was that T40 or 45, I can't remember which one, bolt there, steering wheel came straight off, and it was a 21mm spline in the end. So I've ordered a new adapter, a Momo adapter I think it is, with a 21mm spline on it. And then we've got a steering wheel which got delivered today actually, but I'm not going to fit it this week, so I'm waiting on that adapter. Obviously we're trying to fit the bucket seat, which is back here in the back of the garage at the moment. And obviously when we tried to do it the other night, we realised we've got to do some modifications to it. So I have picked up some bits from work, and we're going to modify the brackets, the base plate, and get it in the car, and hopefully have it fit properly. So let's get to modifying the bits and get it in the car. Also recently I put up these signs. It's a bit dark in the garage, can't really see them, but we put up these signs as a kind of like a little feature wall in the garage. I want to get one more here that just has like my YouTube thing on it. My girlfriend got me these for Christmas, and you guys have been saying that she's a keeper. I think they look pretty cool. I'll go through them quickly. What do not lick the walls, because she thought that'd be quite funny, as where I live apparently we do that. I actually licked it. The next one we got says dead end. Pretty cool. We've got an E30 here. This is one of my favorite ones. That looks so nice. A proper classic one. No camera one. Yeah, we're using a camera. Who cares? WD-40, an old bike, no speed limit, and then VIP access only to this garage. So yeah, I think that's a pretty cool little touch, but obviously what we're here for is this. So obviously the other night we were trying to get these brackets installed. We've got that side on where I want it to be, but this side, it's ever so slightly out, because obviously this is a fiberglass bucket seat, and I think these are forged aluminium plates. So there's gonna be discrepancies in like the tolerances and stuff. So it's not all gonna be perfect every single time, which is exactly what's happened here. So I've got a 9mm drill in my drill, and I'm basically just gonna pop this through, and then that bolt should be able to go on, because they're only M8 bolts, so it means they're 8mm wide with a 9mm hole. It should fit perfectly. There we go, that's popped through. I'm thinking I should have brought something to deburr it with me. That's my fault. It'll be all right though, as is. So let's try and get that bolt on. Silly me, I stopped recording. And the reason why I did that is because I thought I lost the bolt, but well, I have no clue where the actual bolt that I'm using is, because as you can see, this one's got a wider washer on than this one. This one's a 20 mil long bolt. That one's a 25 mil long bolt, I think. So I had to go take this one, which is what's actually going to be holding the brackets onto the base plate. But the seat is now on both brackets, and it looks awesome. Like, that looks so good. I'm really happy with that. Now, what we got to do is get this in the car and then get it lined up in the place I want it. And then what we can do is take a center punch along with a 6mm drill and then a 9mm drill I think I've got on me. And we're gonna line it up on, like, say, one of these slots maybe. And we've got a center punch, basically a bit where I wanna drill through. And then once I've center punched that, I can drill through it. And then once that's drilled through, put a bit of primer on and then bolt the, what are they called? The brackets to the base plate and have the seat in the car. Okay. Let's get going. So just like last time, we put the seat back in the car, I got in it and then adjusted it to the position that I want to sit in. So I'm quite happy with the position that it's in right now. I'm quite happy with this. So we're gonna take one of these bolts with this washer, and then we're going to take one of these nuts here. So this is a nylock nut. So basically it's a normal nut with a bit of nylon just sitting in the top. I don't know if the camera can focus on that. I honestly can't see. And basically when you thread this through, it will thread that bit of nylon and it should lock the bolt into place. So we're gonna try and thread this into the bottom and, like I say, lock it on. So as I just mentioned then, I tried to use that nylock nut to get one of the bolts locked on place through the slot so that I could line up all the others so I can drill through the base plate. So the bolt is there in with the nut on the bottom. So what I can now do is go back in and get my seating position kind of where I want it. We're gonna try and get some positions now and then see whereabouts we can drill through this subframe and then fix the brackets onto it. Right then, bucket seat back out of the way. We've got this bracket here and we've got the bolt that I had lined up in place now. What I'm going to do is just center punch somewhere around here and then drill a hole straight through the base plate or subframe, and then we can fix this bracket in. Then I need to find a way to do that on the other side. So I use a center punch to give myself a little center that I can drill through, and a 6mm high-speed steel drill to create my first hole. Well, it appears my 9mm drill is really blunt. I think I might have done that by drilling the aluminium bits out on the brackets, because it cannot drill through this bit of steel to save its life, whereas my 6mm drill was absolutely fine with it, yet this has been reground a couple of times, so my 9 is dead. I need to go get a new one. Quick shop and run done, and I've now got a brand new 9mm drill. So let's drill these holes out, and then we can fix this bracket on, and then try and do this side. Let's go. So I have no clue how I managed to blunt my 9mm drill by drilling through aluminium, but when I came to drill with steel base plate, it wouldn't do anything. But a shopping trip later and a new 9mm drill, and it cut absolutely fine. Then I was able to put the bucket seat back onto the brackets and the base plate, and then line up the bracket on the other side so I can drill through holes there as well. Now with the seat back on the base plate, what I now need to do is scribe 2 positions along here where I can bolt this onto this base plate, and then we can fix it in the car for the final time, and then we can say we've got a bucket seat in the Corsa. So we're getting real close now. Just got to keep doing a little bit more drilling and fixing, and we'll be there. Let's keep going. So I was able to mark out 2 areas where I can drill holes for the other bracket, and then I put my 9mm drill through that as well, but I didn't assemble the bucket seat up, and you're about to find out why. It's been about 30 minutes now since I started working on drilling these bits over here. And what I've done is I've set up, obviously, this bracket here like we did before. The bracket that's on this side, I've drilled a hole there and a hole there, which we're gonna fix it on. And then that bracket is now fixed on the bucket seat just here. As you can see, it's fixed in place, and then we're gonna fix it on through the hole that's here. And then this one, I think, is that slot just there. So we're gonna do that. And the first thing we're gonna do is put the subframe into the car, and then drop the seat on afterwards, bolt the seat onto that bracket, and then bolt the subframe onto the bracket there. I think that's how we're gonna do it, and then we should have a bucket seat in the car. I cannot wait to do this. I'm so excited. So for the final time, we put the subframe into the car, bolted it down, and then we put the brackets with the bucket seat in, bolted the bucket seat up to the brackets, and we were done. I'm coming to you live now from inside the Corsa on Sam Bryant's YouTube channel. Here we are, sat on the bucket seat in the Corsa. Come on, guys. Yes. This has been so long in the making, like ever since I stripped the interior out back in November, and it's now almost February, and I finally got a seat back in the car. From painting it to getting the bucket seat subframe to the brackets to now the seat. This has been such a fun journey. I can't wait now. We get the steering wheel next week, which is smaller than what we've got here, because what we've got here is it's quite large and it's like kind of in the way of my knees right now, so the smaller one's going to be really good. I love this so much. I can't believe that we've got to this point with a car with a bucket seat that's actually more expensive than this whole car. Oh, we've still got 8-pillar trims on, I just realised. How have I not taken these off yet? I am so excited now to drive this back into the garage. Let's do that, and then I think I'll close up tomorrow when we've actually got some daylight. I can properly show you what we've done. But this is just like, I wouldn't say a dream come true, but this is a huge moment for me. I can't believe I've got this. All I need now is like a racing harness or something. I can actually drive the car. So end of March when we go to Castle Combe, it's looking very much likely that it's going to happen now, so I am so glad. Anyway, roll those montage clips in the daylight. I'll catch you then. Well, here we are then. We've got the bucket seat in the Corsa. This is so cool. It's actually really comfy. For a bucket seat, I didn't expect it to be comfy, but it is. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's quite difficult to get in and out of, but I don't care. It's practical for what we're going to be using it for. Just look at this, man. How can you tell me that does not look so cool? Like, what on earth? From when we got this car with a normal interior to now having a bucket seat, this is a huge moment. We're so nearly back on the road with it. I cannot wait to get it on the road. Come on. So do you guys like this seat or do you not like this seat? I actually really like the head bolster bits up here. This is kind of what I was going for. I really like this sort of design. I just think it looks really good. Gives you some head support as well, so you're not going to be banging your head about when obviously you're going around the track, which is very nice. But obviously next week we're going to be changing out this steering wheel. The steering wheel and the adapter has now arrived, so that is definitely, I promise, it is happening next week. So don't worry about there not being a video, there definitely will be one. But get your ideas in down below, because obviously this is a series controlled by you. One of the most liked comments is what we do in another upcoming video on the Corsa. So what do you think? I'd like to hear what you guys have got to say. Obviously we need a harness. I've been looking at possible strut bars that go along the 2 rear shock absorbers, and then maybe get in a harness to go onto that. That's just one of my ideas, because as soon as we get a harness, it's drivable. So whatever you think we should do, leave it in the comments. Most like comments what we do. Anyway, thank you guys ever so much for watching. I'll see you next week on Sunday. Have a great week. I'll catch you then. Peace out.